Hey there, this is Learning Health and Fitness channel, and we're gonna share with you some tips and tricks on how to make healthy eating habits stick. It can be tough trying to eat healthy when we're constantly surrounded by unhealthy foods, but with a little bit of organization and planning, it's definitely doable. So stay tuned as I reveal my top tips for making healthy eating easy and effortless. You know, I always get excited to share nutrition tips with you guys, and I think you're gonna love these ones because they're gonna help you improve your meal and snack choices as well as boost your overall health and nutrition. Some of these tips you may have heard before, but others will be completely new to you. I certainly hope so. So let's get started. We researched about nutrition, and one of the most common tips we discovered was that you eat what you see. This works equally well for people who want to gain weight, people who want to lose weight, and people who simply want to make healthier food choices. For example, if you want to eat more fruits, keep them on the counter in plain sight, instead of throwing an orange into your bag, which, let's be honest, rarely finds its way out. We can peel or cut it and put it in a container and keep it on our desk to enjoy when we're hungry. Also, cutting them up and placing them in front of our partner or children increases the likelihood that we will eat them as well. If you usually keep a bowl of chips on your desk, try switching it out for something like nuts. And if you open your pantry and the first thing you see is chocolate, chances are you'll reach for it. So you have to try moving it to the side or behind some dried fruit or trail mix. Okay, so this is not to say that the food is forbidden. It simply means that we are less likely to reach for it impulsively if it is out of sight. The same is true for drinking fluids. Whether it's tea or water, keeping it in front of you while you work or study increases the likelihood that you'll take periodic sips and stay hydrated throughout the day. Carrots and celery are great for our favorite dips and sauces, but if you've ever tried to cut them up ahead of time to store in the fridge, you may have noticed that they lose their crunch and sometimes develop a slimy film. So there is a simple way to avoid this. Simply store them in a glass container or jar with some water. It keeps the vegetables crisp and fresh, allowing them to last longer in the fridge. Just don't forget to change the water every couple of days or so, and keep in mind that carrots last longer than celery. Now, I understand that some people are concerned about cutting up their vegetables ahead of time for fear of losing nutrients. Heat, oxygen, and light are the three factors that can cause nutrient loss. In this case, there is no heat nor light exposure, only oxygen. And the nutrient most easily affected by this is vitamin C and sometimes vitamin E. But you don't lose all the other incredible nutrients like fibers, some B vitamins, minerals, and many more. So, to summarize, the benefit of eating pre-cut vegetables, even with a little less vitamin C, far outweighs the benefit of not eating vegetables at all or reaching for less wholesome, convenient foods. Our next tip, this was recently taught to me by my mother. I go through quite a few nut butters. Peanut butter and almond butter in particular are extremely nutrient dense, but there is something we can do to boost their nutrition even further. We can do this by using seeds. Seeds contain a unique combination of phytonutrients and antioxidants that provide numerous health benefits. So you have to take a full jar of peanut butter, scoop out about a third of it, and save the rest for later. Add a couple of spoonfuls of seeds to a large jar. You can make do with whatever you have on hand. Mix in sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, coarsely ground flax seeds, chia seeds, lightly toasted sesame seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Then refrigerate. It can be mixed into oatmeal or spread on toast. It's just a colorful and nutrient-dense addition to any meal. If you're allergic to nuts, you can still make the seed mixture and use it in the same way, such as in smoothies or parfait. It also appears to make the foods look more vibrant and wholesome. You've probably heard of this little hack for filling a few Tupperware containers with the ingredients for a smoothie. When you need a pick-me-up in the morning or afternoon, just pop it into a blender, no chopping required, and add a splash of plant milk or maybe some greens or nut butter to accompany it. It's also a great way to use up ripe fruits that have been left over. However, if you already make smoothies, you may have developed a habit of making the same thing over and over again. So here are the 2 ingredients we think you should try. But before we proceed to the next thing, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and check out more amazing health and fitness tips that we made just for you. Before we go back, enable that notification bell button and be updated on all of our latest videos. These are nutrient-dense additions to your frosty beverage that you won't even notice. The first is frozen zucchini, which is especially useful for people who cannot tolerate bananas or simply dislike their taste, because it imparts a similar creaminess while eliminating the banana flavor. The second one is white beans. These are high in protein, fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, and trust me, you won't even notice. So if you're looking for a new way to spice up your smoothies, give these two a shot. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, they say. It's more akin to something berries are capable of. An apple, for example, contains 60 antioxidant units, whereas a cup of berries contains 650 in oatmeal, in parfait, and smoothies, or simply as a snack. So this little tip is just a reminder to increase your berry intake if possible. And because berries can be expensive when they aren't in season, you can opt for frozen berries during the colder months. Another tip is that if you are fortunate enough to have access to berry picking in the summer months whenever you like, stock up on that stuff. Cut it up and freeze it to enjoy in the fall and winter months. Now, did you know that frozen berries contain more nutrients than fresh berries in many cases? If you know why, share it in the comments below. Second only to berries, herbs and spices are the food's highest in antioxidants, as we learned from Dr. Greger's book, How Not to Die. It's one of the most in-depth books on health and nutrition we've read. Dr. Greger, a physician, discusses how we can make healthy foods even more wholesome by simply spicing them up in one section. He explains how a bowl of whole wheat pasta with tomato sauce and broccoli has 150 antioxidant units, but with just 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, that number doubles to 300. That just goes to show how powerful spices can be. These spices come from fresh herbs, and despite our efforts to keep our potted herbs alive, they do occasionally die. You can pick off the branches of dried herbs like rosemary and thyme and use them as a spice, but you can also salvage some of the living leaves by picking them off of the plant, chopping them up, and placing them in a nice cube tray with some water. Alternatively, combine them in a food processor with equal parts oil and water. Blend and then pour into an ice cube tray. After it is frozen, transfer the cubes into a Tupperware container. The herbs will not freeze in such a way that they will retain their former glories, but they will retain their flavor and nutrient profile. If you eat it within a month or two, you can add the cubes to the soups, stews, or pasta sauces. It's an excellent way to reduce food waste while also adding flavor and extra vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant to dishes. Try adding spinach to your cooked meals in super large quantities because the big pile of greens cooks down to super small amounts in just a few minutes, and it hides perfectly well in dishes like curries, stir fries, soups, and more. As with other vegetables, both raw and cooked versions have advantages and disadvantages. With spinach, for example, the raw form provides more of certain nutrients while the cooked form provides more other nutrients. To summarize, enjoy both the cooked and raw versions, but don't shy away from the cooked. It's such an easy way to get a lot of greens on your plate and into your body along with other nutrients. We've all had that feeling where you're hungry for no reason but just want something to snack on, or you're legitimately hungry but lack the energy or patience to figure out what you want to make. So if there's one piece of advice I can give, it's to keep 3 snack ideas on hand that take no more than 2 minutes to prepare. In this way, they serve as healthier alternatives to something less nutritious. For example, dates with nut butter, an apple dipped in plant yogurt with cinnamon or maple syrup, and hummus on crackers or rice cakes with cucumbers, tomatoes, and arugula. Having an arsenal of crazy easy wholesome snacks will not only limit decision fatigue around snack choices, but will also provide you with nutrient-dense energy boost. There is no doubt that planning our meals helps us make more nutritious food choices and reduce food waste. It's completely natural to not be able to stick to it every time, but if we plan our meals a week in advance, chances are we will mostly stick to it. Well, I hope you find this useful. We're approaching the holidays, a time when we all indulge a little more than usual, which I think is wonderful. But if you've had enough of the treat foods, one event after another, I recommend whipping up your own wholesome contribution that others can also enjoy. It's always a crowd pleaser and everyone appreciates contributions, and I think you'd appreciate having something you can fill up on to feel a little more balanced. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're into health and fitness videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and enable the notification bell button to be updated on all of our latest videos. Stay with us and learn to be fit and healthy. See you in the next video. Bye!